Hey guys, what is going on? It is Carl here, and in today's video, we are comparing the brand new iPhone 6 on the left to one of the kings of the Android smartphone market, the HTC One M8. First off, we'll go through some physical differences. Of course, the first being is screen size. The HTC One M8 has a 5-inch screen compared to the 4.7 Retina HD display found on the iPhone 6. In terms of physical aspects, I thought the HTC One M8 was thin. It measures in at 9.4 millimeters thick, whereas the iPhone 6 just takes things to a whole different level. It's only 6.9 millimeters thin and is one of the thinnest devices I've ever used. In terms of build quality, you won't find two better smartphones, both made out of aluminum, but you will find that these scratch quite easily. Display-wise, as I mentioned, the iPhone 6 is rocking a 4.7-inch Retina HD display. That's 1334 by 750. That's 326 ppi compared to the HTC One M8, which has a 5-inch screen that's 1920 by 1080 with a ppi density of 441. And we'll do a fan favorite, a boot up test to see what the differences are. But in terms of performance, underneath the hood on the iPhone 6 side, we have the brand new A8 chip with the M8 Motion co-processor. This is 64-bit architecture, which means it's 50 times faster and 84 times faster GPU performance. On the HTC One M8 side, we have the Snapdragon 801, a 2.26 GHz quad-core processor, Adreno 330 GPU, and 2 gigs of RAM. And surprisingly, the HTC One M8 does boot up faster, and quite substantially so. And to test out all this hardware, we will run a benchmark. This is Geekbench 3. Just remember that both devices are running different operating systems, of course. The iPhone 6 is running iOS 8, whereas the HTC One M8 is running Android KitKat 4.4.2. They require different amounts of energy and RAM requirements. The iPhone 6 does have 1 gig of RAM, and as I mentioned, the HTC One M8 does have 2 gigs of RAM. The iPhone 6 is finished first. We've got a single score thread of 1634 and a multi-core score of 2928. And as we wait for the M8 to finish, we have we have a single core score of 947 and a multi-core score of 2829. And now we'll do some real-world testing, some app opening times to see the performance of the GPU and CPUs of both of these devices. We're loading up Angry Birds. I'm pretty sure everyone has played one variation of this game or another, and this is Star Wars Edition number 2. And currently the iPhone 6 does hold quite a bit of a lead and is fully loaded. Still waiting for the M8. And there we go, equal now. Now we'll take a look at Evernote, a popular note-taking app. I've been using this a lot now in school. Almost identical. I think the M8 had a slight lead there. Next, we'll hit up Facebook, a popular social media site. I'm sure everyone has Facebook, no? And a slight lead here again for the M8. Nothing too significant though. Next off, we'll go to Google Maps and see the rendering abilities. The iPhone 6, I think, was a hair bit faster, but pinching to zoom is a bit smoother on the iPhone 6, for sure. Now just checking Twitter quickly. The M8, once again, a slight lead, but nothing too substantial. Both scrolling through, no problems. And last but not least, we'll check out Temple Run 2. Both launched at the exact same time. And the final verdict is the iPhone 6. And in terms of game performance, the iPhone 6 loaded up slightly quicker, and the other apps, they loaded almost about the same. Maybe the M8 was a hair quicker on some of the social media sites. And that wraps up my video comparison of the brand new iPhone 6 and the HTC One M8. Make sure you post down below which device you'd rather use, and if you guys already haven't, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, as I have a lot more iPhone 6 coverage coming out in the next couple days. If you guys like this video, be sure to show some thumbs up love down below, and I'll catch the rest of you in my next episode. Peace!